Let's talk about our families maybe first, where we came from, where our parents came from. Why don't you start, Regina?
I grew up here in LA, born and bred, one of the few people that are born and bred in LA. So that's, I think, a very cool thing, and I kind of wear it on my chest very proudly because so many people say, oh, LA is this and LA is that. And I'm like, well, no, you're not from LA, so you don't really know it.
But do you know where your ancestors are from?
Well, yeah, we're part of the Triangle Slave Trade. And from Sierra Leone, Liberia, and Senegal. But my parents are both from the South, met each other here. To this day, I'm totally grateful my mom left. My mom was the one that was like, I am fucking out of this bitch, and I'm going to see what else is out there. And she came to LA.
Hey y'all, so this video has resurfaced after quite a few years. I think it's been like over 6 years or something like that, and it's essentially some kind of Netflix show that ended up getting canceled, obviously, because it just was not bringing in the numbers. I never even heard of it, and essentially it was just like, you know, you bring these people on a panel together and then they could just talk about various topics, and apparently this one was about, you know, where are you from, ancestry, and that kind of stuff. So, you know, they're like, okay, well, let's go and talk about our families, where your parents came from and whatnot. And then Jennifer goes in and says, but do you know where your ancestors are from? Now, you have the internet, which is kind of split on this, because some people are saying like, oh, well, that doesn't matter. You know, she's not being like, you know, mean about it. She's just asking like, do you know where they're from? And she put in like Liberia and whatnot. I'm sure she went and got ancestry.com. And the thing about it is most Black people in America, we have to use that. White people and most other people, Hispanics, Asian, y'all really don't have to use that. Now you may have some white people be like, well, you know, I'm from Turkey, I'm from Greece, I'm from Ireland, I'm from Germany, I'm this, I'm that, I'm this, I'm that, I'm that, I'm that, I'm that. Because you got your great grandmama that was over there, immigrated over here, whatever. Meanwhile, with Black people, because of the slave trade, we were pulled, stripped from our homeland and just dropped and deposited into these different areas. We dropped in Brazil, dropped in America, dropped in these different areas throughout the world. Okay. So we don't know. I don't know where I'm from. I don't know if I'm part Jamaican, Nigerian, you know, Ghanese, nothing. I don't know. And most Black people don't know. When I say most Black people, most African Americans, let's specify it a little bit more. Most African Americans, we simply do not know because the white man and woman stole us from our country. And then they, you know, you have birth certificates, you had all this other stuff, and nope, let's get rid of all this. Let's get rid of everything that you know, your heritage, everything that you know, you love and you care about. Let's get rid of all of it. Let's separate your families, and y'all just go and do whatever we tell you to do. We're never going to teach you how to speak the language unless it's to read the Bible, etc. You know what I mean? So we don't know where we're from. Now, I'm assuming she took an ancestry or 23andMe kind of thing test to figure out where she was from. But the problem with that question, when you're asking it to a Black person, even if it's in the context of this kind of show, is because most of us have no idea where we're from because your people took us from our location. Now it'd be easy for you to say, oh yeah, I'm from this area, I'm from this area, and I'm from this. Yeah, I'm from like 23 different areas. I don't speak any of the languages, but I'm proud to be from 23 different areas. What about you, Alex? Where are you from? Where did we take you from? I don't know. You tell me. You tell me. I don't know. Do you have any documentations or anything, you know, to let me know? Because you would know better than I do. I don't have that, girl. Then I don't know. I mean, what do you expect me to say? You know, so obviously, like I said, you know, people bringing up this clip and whatnot, but it's very valid because at the end of the day, we just simply don't know where we're from. It's as simple as that. You know, she said Liberia and whatnot. There are some Black people that do know where they're from, Black Americans that do know where they're from. Obviously, when you have like your actual, you know, your Africans that come straight from Africa, they know where they're from. But we don't know where we're from, you know, so it's very difficult to answer a question. Like if that was directed towards me, Well, all I can tell you is that I'm black. Yeah, but black and what? What else are you mixed with? Because, I'm half Russian. I'm a quarter, Irish. I have a little bit of the Netherlands in me. I'm a little bit Norwegian over here. What about you, Alex? What do you have? I don't know. You would definitely know better than I do. So that's where the internet is divided, because some people are like, this is old, who cares, that doesn't matter. Yeah, but it was still said, and I get, this is all that, but a better way to have phrased it wasn't like, well, where did your parents come from? Well, where did they come from though? Instead of saying something like that, because that gives off that whole kind of like white girl, you trying to pretend like you understand, but you really don't. You know what I mean? Or you just don't want to acknowledge it. You want to just kind of pretend like we don't have these kind of issues, like the racism wasn't there that made it so that I don't know where I'm from. It's not like I just am neglecting my ancestry. I just don't know. You know what I mean? That's the problem with all of that. So a better way to have said it would be like, granted that you are African American, have you done any ancestry, or was that even necessary to find out where exactly in Africa or whatever your parents, your grandparents were from? It would have been better to phrase it like that versus like, yeah, but where are you really from? Just like that's kind of equivalent to, and I can see why people are upset, because it's kind of equivalent to, you look at somebody like me, for example. Okay, I got 4B, 4C hair, but you look at somebody like me and you see my skin tone. Okay, because I remember when I was younger, I used to straighten my hair all the time, and people would ask. I mean, I've gotten all types of stuff. I got mixed. I got a Mexican. I don't know how. I got Mexican from Mexicans, and I'm like, no, no, not at all. But it would be like, oh, you must be mixed. You have to be mixed. Not at all. I'm black. And of course, everyone's like, well, everyone's mixed with everything. Yeah, obviously. Okay. But the thing is, you have people say, oh, well, you're mixed. No, actually, I'm not mixed. Oh, you have to be, because look at your skin tone. Okay. My mom and my dad are both black. My grandma and my granddad are both black on both sides. Their parents are both black on both sides. Not really understanding. I mean, obviously there's going to be a white person somewhere, eventually, because I am in America and because my family has been here for as long as I remember, you know what I mean? As long as I know, so obviously that's what's going to happen. But at the end of the day, obviously everyone's mixed with something. No one is pure anything. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, most people aren't pure anything, but you have to look at it from our point of view. Like, okay, we didn't choose to come over here. We didn't say, you know what, strip us from Africa and bring us to the States so we could do free labor and die and get diseases and get raped and get killed and get beaten and get lynched and still suffer the consequences many generations over. Do that. No one ever said that. You know what I mean? So I can see why people are mad, because it was very much of an ignorant question to ask, and in the framework that she asked it in. Hey, I'd greatly appreciate it if you could support me. Simply go to ebay.com. In the search bar, type in Latrice Limited, click on that, and then support me. I have a wide variety of items on there, many of my own personal Latrice Limited items such as candles, soaps, bath bombs, essential oil blends, lingerie robes, teddies. I even have comic books on there and men's ties. Definitely support it, and do not forget to like and subscribe. Thank you.